Hi children, so today I am going to take a new content. The name of the content is Peasant Revolt of Rangia. So as you all know, this content has been taken from class 10 chapter 3 Anti-British Uprising and Peasant Revolt in Assam. In my last video class, I have been discussed with you all the first peasant revolt of Assam, which is known as Fuluguri Dawa. So see children, after this Fuluguri Dawa, you might think that the British took some steps to wipe away the measures of the peasants, but it was not done like that. Okay, the British did not take any steps to improve the conditions of the peasants. Okay, the economic conditions of the peasants. Rather, what it happens in the year 68 and 69, land revenue was increased to 25% to 50%. Okay, and again in the year 1892, the Chief Commissioner of Assam, his name was Sir William Watt. What he did? He increased the land revenue to 100%. Okay, he increased the land revenue to 100%, and also he arranged strict measures for its collection. After that, a rice mill was organized that the peasants of Rangia from several mojos they have attended, and then in the rice mill it was decided that the peasants are not going to give the increased level of revenue. Okay, they are not going to pay any tax at the increased level, and they have decided that they will revolt against that. So they have started that revolt. One thing I want to mention here, that it is written in your book that this revolt here, that in the rice mill the peasants was not only against of the British, rather they decided to revolt against the Marwari Mahajans. Why? Because the Marwari Mahajan who exploited the peasants by mortgaging their land against financial loans. The peasant is to take loans from the Marwari Mahajans to pay the land revenue, and on return, the Marwari Mahajans, they is to keep their land paper, okay, under their mortgage. So the revolt was both the British and also against the Marwari Mahajan. So let's see how the revolt start. The revolt start on 24 December 1893. The revolt began with the looting and vandalizing of the Rangia Bazaar. Around hundreds of peasants they have looted and vandalized the bazaar of Rangia. Okay, and number two is that on 30 December, again around hundreds of peasants they have gathered and they have humiliated the Tehsildar of Rangia. Okay, his name was Radhanath Borua, as he was the officials of the British administration, and he was you can say that he was a supporter of the British administration, and he was also giving support for this increased level of land revenue. So they humiliate this Radhanath Borua, and on the other hand they destroy several shops. Okay, they burn houses. Okay, and they looted the land mortgage paper, as I have told you, from those Marwari Mahajans. So after getting the news, the British officials, the British administration, what they did, they sent armed force to control the situations. But the police, under the superintendent of relay, that time one superintendent, he went to the spot to control the measure, control the situation, sorry. His name was Relay. Okay, so but he could not muster the courage to arrest the leaders of the peasants, because the protesters were very well organized. Understood? At that time the British officials could not arrest anybody, as I have told you, because the protesters were very well organized. But the British did not stop there. What happened after that? After 9 days, that is on 8 January 1894, again a rice mill has been organized in Rangia. Okay, there in the rice mill, the British took the opportunity and they arrest 15 numbers of peasants. Okay, from there. After their arrest, the peasants, they have decided that they will gather in front of the Rangia police stations. Okay, with two demands. So on 10 January 1894, what happened? Around 3,000 peasants from various moja gathered in front of the Rangia police station with two demands. One is that to release the associates who were arrested, as I have told you, and number two is reductions of the land revenue, which was increased to by 100%. So their demand, how they demand? They shouted in front of the police stations in chorus that they are not going to pay revenue at the increased level. Okay, 3,000 around 3,000 of peasants they have gathered and they shouted in chorus that they are not going to pay land revenue at increased level. On the other hand, the demand was what? That to release the 15 number of peasants who were arrested on 8 January. Okay. After some times, the peasants tried to enter the police station forcefully. At that time, the deputy commissioner, his name was McCabe, what he did? He gave order to the police station to open fire. Okay, and this compelled the peasants to retreat. Retreat means to leave the place. Okay, so this is known as what? The Peasants revolt of Rangia. Okay, so after that the police, they adopted one policy. The policy was what? They selected some leaders from the peasants and appoint as police constable, and they have given the tasks. Okay, they have given the responsibility to maintain peace among the peasants and in their locality. On the other hand, they were also entrusted with one responsibility. What was the task? That they have given the responsibility to convince the peasants to pay the land revenue at increased level. And to some extent, it can be said that the British administration was successful in their the policy which was adopted. Okay, so this is the peasant revolt of Rangia. I have not gone in lengthy, just I have highlighted the important points. Okay, so thank you very much, students.